Hi everybody, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make the Marshmallow Baby Blanket. So the idea behind this Afghan was requested by people who really liked my last shawl that I made. This is the Butterfly Riptide Shawl, and it was a lot of people who were requesting that I make it into an Afghan. And I had debated on trying to make it like a ripple, but it didn't quite look right, so I decided to make it more of a back and forth design. And this is what I came up with. So what you need for this Afghan, if you want to make it the same color and everything, I'll have all that information and color changes and all that on my site, and it'll have the written out pattern as well on my site. You can check that out, and if you need the helpful pictures and stuff to help you be able to create the stitches and everything, you can buy the PDF pattern. Also, you'll find that link on my site. And so I'm just going to make this this video tutorial is just going to be showing you how to do the stitch. You can find all the details about the actual Afghan on the pattern page for the Afghan. Also, you can find the measurements and stuff on the pattern page. This Afghan has like a shell border, and I wanted just to have a contrast on the outside. The top looks a little slightly ruffled for some reason, which is weird, but the rest of it all the way around is perfect. And I don't know why it ended up like that, but I like it. I mean, it's kind of cool. The multiples of this stitch is 22 plus 15. And what that means is that you're going to chain in multiples of 22, 22, 22, 22, and which should give you from the marshmallows to the triple crochets, that should be about 22 stitches. It should be 22 stitches, and so you'll be repeating, making 22, 22, 22, and then when you've got it about the width that you want, then you're going to be adding another 15 stitches, which is going to be another one of these basically. So for this Afghan, you're going to need a 6mm hook, which is a size J hook. And this is just a recommendation because I use a 6mm hook to just make the beginning chain. Also, you're going to need a 5mm hook or a size H hook for the US. And this will be the main size hook that you're going to be using to make this Afghan. Just using the 6mm hook to create the beginning chain. You're also going to need worsted weight yarn, and I'm using just I don't think this is a color actually this is one of the colors I used in the Afghan, but it also shows up the best on screen, so I'm going to go ahead and use this color. I'm going to show you just how to do the stitch and begin, and you can follow the changing of the colors on the pattern page. Okay, so using a 6mm hook or your J hook, you want to create your chains and your multiples of 22. And the reason why I use the one size bigger hook is because I want to make sure that my beginning chain is not too tight, because then it can just pull the whole Afghan on you, and you don't want that. So just for the beginning chain, use your 6mm hook and chain in multiples of 22. I did a chain of 44, and for this sample piece of the tutorial I think that's good enough. I'll show you the repeat twice, and then now to end I'm going to chain 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, now I'm ready to begin row 1. Okay, before starting row 1, now we want to exchange our hook. So we're going to take our 6mm size J hook out and put our 5mm H hook in, and we're ready to begin row 1 by double crocheting in the 6th chain from the hook. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this 6th chain, double crochet. Then you're going to chain 2 and double crochet into that same stitch that you just double crocheted in. And that'll create your first V-stitch. Now you're going to skip 2 stitches 1, 2, and then in the next chain you're going to double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. We're going to be creating our next V-stitch. So double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. And then you want to do this one more time. So skip 2, and in the third chain over you'll put double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, all worked in that same stitch. And this is for our marshmallow stitches that we have here on the end. Now you want to skip 2 stitches and triple crochet in the next 4 stitches. So we're going to skip 1, 2, third chain over here. We're going to yarn over twice because we're doing triple crochets, and you want to put a triple crochet in the next 4 stitches. So that was 1, that's 2, that's 3, and that's 4. So far we're only skipping 2 stitches in between all of our V-stitches and then our triple crochets. Now for the next one, we're only going to be skipping 1 stitch and then putting a triple crochet into this space. So skip 1 and do a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, just like you were doing before. And then you'll skip the next stitch, and then you'll be doing a triple crochet worked in the following one. I don't really like how this is being pulled up. Sorry, just a second. I think for this skip 1 stitch, I'm going to go under both loops of this one. Just because it's a shorter stitch, it's being pulled up more by the triple crochets. But it's intended because we're going to be working front post and back post on these triple crochets. So you'll see how it looks later on. But just know it's done for a purpose. So you'll be using double crochets to create your V-stitches. Again, we're only going to be skipping 1 stitch, and we're going to be working 4 triple crochets just like we did here. 4 triple crochets on the other side of our V-stitch area here. So yarn over twice, you'll skip that first stitch, and then in the next 4 stitches put 1 triple crochet. It's 3, and that's 4. So now this is your triple crochet section. Your 4 triple crochets, skip 1, V-stitch, skip 1, 4 triple crochets. Now again, we're going back to our skipping 2 again, and we're going to be doing double crochets again. We're going to be making our next marshmallow V-stitch section here. So skip 2, and then in the third chain over, you'll put your first V-stitch, which is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then again you'll skip 2, and then the next chain over you'll do your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then you'll do that one more time because we have 3 mushroom stitches in between our triple crochet area. So again you'll skip 2, I had a hair there. Skip 2, and then the third one over you'll work your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet to have your third V-stitch there. Then again, before starting our triple crochet area, you'll be doing just like you did before, which is skipping 2. The only place where you only skip 1 is in this space here on either side of your V-stitches in your triple crochet center area here. All the other times you'll always be skipping 2. So skip 2, and then the third chain over, you're going to start your triple crochets. And remember, we're going to do 4 triple crochets in a row. So that's 2, 3, and 4. Now we'll be doing double crochets, so only yarn over once, skip 1 stitch, and then the next stitch, I think I'm going to do this one under both stitches. Put a V-stitch, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then yarn over twice, skip only 1 stitch, and then triple crochet in your next 4 stitches. And this is so far what we got with our repeats. This was 22, and then now this is your next 22. It has your mushrooms and your triple crochet. Now this is our 15 stitches here on the end. So you will skip 2 and you're going to create your V-stitch, your first of 3 V-stitches here. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Again, skip 2 stitches, then double crochet, chain 2, double crochet to make our V-stitch here. And then skip 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. 3 stitches left, 3 chains left on your row. You'll skip 2, and in the final chain you'll put a double crochet. And that will end row 1. Okay, for row 2, you're going to chain 2 and turn. Now your V-stitches, you should have 3 of them. You're going to be using this first double crochet on your first V-stitch here, and you're going to be working a front post double crochet. So go ahead and yarn over, and you're going to pick up that post of that first V-stitch here, first post of the first V-stitch, and you're going to work a double crochet on it, and that's how you create your front post double crochet. Now in the chain 2 space of this same V-stitch, so inside the hole, you're going to be putting 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and you're going to fit all that in this space. And then we're going to be working on the second post of this same V-stitch. I want to show you now because later when all those stitches are in there you may not be able to see it. So we're going to start by working our front post double crochet here on the first, and then we'll be ending it on the second, and then when we move on we'll be going from this second V-stitch of this, the second double crochet of this V-stitch, and we're going to be moving over to the first double crochet of the next V-stitch. We're going to be working a front, it's called a front post double crochet decrease, and that'll be just picking up this to begin your stitch, and then you're going to move over and finish your stitch by using the first double crochet of this next V-stitch. So it's going to be hard to see later on when I put in all that stuff, but I want you to see now that we're going to continue to be using the post. You'll always use every single post of these V-stitches to be working a stitch on them. Also in the chain 2 of each of these V-stitches, you will always be working double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2. So inside the space will always be the double crochet chain, double crochet 3, chain 2, and then double crochet 3. It's going to be a lot of stitches in this one, but just know we're also going to be working on the post too. So we grabbed up our first post of our first V-stitch and we did a complete front post double crochet on it. So now we're going to be working in the space, and we're always going to be doing this the same way, and that'll be 3 double crochets, and then chain 2, which will become our chain 2 space we'll be using next row, and then you'll put 3 double crochets and all into that same stitch. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Now we're going to find this second post of that same V-stitch we're working on, so yarn over and grab up that post. Then you're going to pull up a loop, then you're going to yarn over and only pull through 2 of those because we're going to be doing a front post double crochet decrease. So you're going to leave that last loop on your hook, and you're going to find your next V-stitch, and you're going to find that first post of your next V-stitch. You're going to yarn over and pick up that post. Then again, you're going to yarn over and pick up some pull up a loop. That's what I'm trying to say. Go underneath that second V-stitch and pull up a loop. Just don't forget, remember, to yarn over before you grab up that. And you should have 2, and then you'll pull through those 2, and that'll leave you with 3. Then you'll yarn over and pull through all 3 of those stitches to complete your front post double crochet decrease using the second double crochet of this V-stitch and the first double crochet of your second V-stitch. So now that brings us to this middle section again, which will do our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets into. So double crochet 3, chain 2, and then double crochet 3. Okay, now that leaves us our second double crochet of our V-stitch here. So go ahead and yarn over and grab that up, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 of those loops. Then you'll yarn over and grab up the first double crochet of your final V-stitch here, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through all 3 of those loops, and that will complete your front post double crochet. And then now in this very last little space here, you'll be working your 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And just like we did on our very first double crochet of our first V-stitch, we're going to work the very last post of our third V-stitch the same way. By just doing a double crochet, front post double crochet worked on that post of that second V-stitch. So just work a double crochet onto the post to create your front post double crochet. Okay, so we've completed our marshmallow stitches, and that's going to bring us up to our 4 triple crochets, V-stitch, 4 triple crochets. Now the V-stitch is always going to be worked exactly the same. You'll be working in the V-stitch, and you're going to be doing exactly the same thing, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the V-stitch. And this row, the row where you make your I keep wanting to call them mushrooms, marshmallow stitches. So on the rows where you create your marshmallow stitches, you just want to put a triple crochet in the triple crochet. So this is going to be a simple, put 1 triple crochet in the next 4 triple crochets. That's 3, and this is 4. So in your V-stitch, you'll work your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Then move over, skipping the, you'll never work any stitch in the stitches of your V-stitch. You're only going to be working in or on the triple crochet. So always skip that double crochet. Don't put a triple crochet in it by accident. So find your first triple crochet, and then you're going to put your first triple crochet in there, and then in the following 3 stitches, for a total of 4 triple crochets on this side of your V-stitch as well. Now you're done with your V-stitch section, and you're back to your marshmallow section. So again, you're going to yarn over, pick up that first post of your V-stitch, and do a front post double crochet on it. And then in the V-stitch itself, you'll create your mushroom stitches. Did I say mushroom? I meant to say marshmallow. Keep doing that. You'll put your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets to create your marshmallows on this side. Then once you've got that done, you're ready to work on the other double crochet of the same V-stitch. And since you're in the center, so it's only going to be between these two and between these two that you'll be creating your front post decrease, double crochet decrease. But on the very first and then this very last, you'll always just be doing a front post double crochet. So we're on that decrease section, so you're going to yarn over, grab up that post, the second post of your V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, leaving that last two on your hook here. Then you'll yarn over, go into the first post of your next V-stitch, pull up a loop, then pull through only 2, leaving you 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops to complete your front post double crochet decrease. Then that'll bring you up to your next chain 2 space, where you'll put your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Oh, I'm losing yarn. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I just created my marshmallow, finished my marshmallow stitch of my 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and now I'm ready to work on the post of my the V-stitch here. So we're going to yarn over. You're going to go into that, under that double crochet, pull up a loop, yarn over, only pull through 2, and then you're going to yarn over, pick up the post of the next V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, only pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops, and now you're going to work your last and final marshmallow stitch on this side. So 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then on the second double crochet of this V-stitch, you're just going to work a front post double crochet. Then that'll bring you up to your triple crochet section, which again is going to be 1 triple crochet worked in the stitches of all these 4. You'll work your V-stitch the same, then you'll have your 4 triple crochets on this side, and then you'll have your final marshmallow stitches here. It'll just be a continued repeat. So I'm going to go ahead and continue with my triple crochets, my V-stitch triple crochets, and I'm going to bring you back to show you one more time on how to do these marshmallow stitches. Okay, I just finished my triple crochet area, and I'm going to start my marshmallow. So I'm going to yarn over, pick up the post of the first V-stitch, do a front post double crochet. Then you're working in the chain 2 space, and you'll put your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, all worked in that chain 2 space. Then you'll yarn over, pick up the second double crochet of the same V-stitch, pull up a loop, then you'll yarn over and only pull through 2. Then yarn over, pick up the post of the next V-stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, then yarn over, pull through all 3, and then do your 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then you can scoot your stitches over if you need to, and then your 3 double crochets all in the same stitch. Then yarn over, pick up the post, second post of the V-stitch, yarn over, only pull through 2, and then yarn over, pick up the next post. Again, you'll be making it the exact same way, pulling through all 3 loops and starting your last marshmallow stitch. And when you get done with this one, on your second V-stitch, again, you'll be putting your front post double crochet, and then I like to skip one of these stitches. Let me see how much I skipped here in the it just says double crochet in the last chain 2. So I like to skip one of these chains on this very first row, and then double crochet in the next. So for row 3, you want to chain 2 and turn at the end of the last round, or row, sorry. And this also is where you may want to change your color for this row if you're making the afghan. So you chain 2 and you turn, and you want to start by double crocheting, chain 2, double crocheting in the chain 2 space. We're going to be using these chain 2 spaces now of our marshmallow our marshmallow stitches from last row. Well, I'm really struggling with that marshmallow versus mushroom. I don't know why. Just one of those days. Okay, so you're going to yarn over and go into that chain 2 space, and you're going to double crochet, chain 2, double crochet all into that same chain 2 space, and then you're moving over to the very next chain 2 space, and you're going to do it again. You're going to put a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet worked in that, and you're going to continue for the next marshmallow as well. And this will give you your 3 V-stitches again that you'll be using to create your next marshmallows in the next row. Okay, so when you're making your V-stitches, this is going to be the time that you're also going to be doing front post triple crochets. So on a row where you're renewing your V-stitches, you'll also be doing your, it just helps you remember when you need to do it. So you'll yarn over twice, because you're doing triple crochets here, and you're going to pick up that first triple crochet. Careful, because you do have a front post double crochet here. Make sure you don't get that. Make sure it's one of 4 triple crochets you have here, and you're going to be working on the post. So grab that up and put a triple crochet on that one. So again, you're doing triple crochet, so yarn over twice, pick up the post of the next triple crochet, and work a triple crochet. These are called front post triple crochets. So again, yarn over twice and work a triple crochet on the post of the triple crochet, and you'll do that 4 times with all 4 of your triple crochets. Your V-stitch is always going to be worked the same. So you'll put your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in your V-stitch. Then yarn over twice, find the next 4 triple crochets here, pick up the post of the first triple crochet, and do a triple crochet. And repeat that for the next 3 stitches as well. Oh, I'm running out of yarn. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm going to do my 4th and final triple crochet here. There we go. Now we finished that. Now we'll be doing our V-stitches and our chain 2 spaces. So find that first chain 2 space of your first marshmallow, and you'll do your double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Find the next chain 2 space of the next marshmallow, and again double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. And you'll repeat that for all of them. Once you got those 3 V-stitches done, bring you back up to your triple crochet area. Make sure that you find your 4 triple crochets so you're going in the right one, and you'll work your triple crochet on the post of your triple crochet. You'll do that for all 4. This is a really quick row, pretty easy row. The harder ones are when you have to do all the marshmallow stitches. So I just want to make sure I'm doing a double crochet here. So again, your V-stitches are worked the same way. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. I don't know what is with all the honking today. It's usually not like that. Sorry about all that honking. It's just one of those days. Okay, so yarn over twice, find that first of 4 triple crochets, pick up the post, and then triple crochet onto the post of the triple crochet. Repeat that for the next 3 triple crochets as well. And then in your chain 2 spaces, you'll be putting your V-stitches in there, doing a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet for all 3 of your chain 2 spaces. And then find this ending chain 2 and you want to put a double crochet in the top of the chain 2. And then again you'll chain 2 and turn. And you're going to be repeating, sorry for the honks, you're going to be repeating rows 3 and 4. So that was row 3 that we just did, and now I'm going to be showing you row 4. So for row 4, you're going to be chaining 2 and turning. You're always going to be chaining 2 and turning for every row from now on. And you'll start by doing your front post double crochet worked on the first double crochet on your first V-stitch here. Front post double crochet. And then we'll be working our 3 double crochets on our chain 3 space here. Your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets to create our marshmallow. Yarn over, pick up the second post of the next double crochet. You'll yarn over and only pull through 2. Then yarn over again, pick up the post of the next V-stitch, yarn over, only pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, pull through all 3 loops. And then you'll be doing your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. Then again yarn over, pick up the post, start your front post double crochet on this side and finish it in the V-stitch of your next one. Then pull through all 3 loops. And then you'll be doing your 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And again, when you have a row where you're actually making the marshmallow stitches, not just the V-stitches for the marshmallow stitches, you're going to be putting your triple crochet. Don't forget, do your front post double crochet on the end here after your third marshmallow stitch, and then you'll do your triple crochet worked in the stitch of the triple crochet. So triple crochet in your 4 triple crochets from last row. Well, they'll be your front post triple crochets from last row. And then you'll do your V-stitch the same, double crochet, chain 2 double crochet, and then you'll be working a triple crochet in the next 4 triple crochets. Whoops, I'm running out of yarn again. So then you'll continue making your marshmallow stitches and your triple crochets just like we did before. And you can continue and check the pattern page, and you can find out when to change colors if you want to do the same pattern that I did. So I'm going to go ahead and continue and make this a little bigger so I can use this sample piece to show you how to do the outside border. Okay, once you've done your 60 rows for your baby blanket, you'll be ending after a marshmallow row. So you'll have the marshmallow sticking up on the top here. And you'll go ahead and you'll leave a little bit of tail, cut your yarn, and this will be the only tail you'll have to hide on this side. All your tails should be every other row on this side, given where you changed your color of your yarn. Which I guess this would be the side where it'd have 1. Actually, this is usually the side you change. So go ahead and cut your yarn, hide all your tails, and then when you're ready to start the border, you'll have the good side facing you. You'll want to start here where your marshmallow stitches are. And I'm going to go ahead and get another color so you can see this a lot better. Wow, this yarn is old. I really need to get rid of this yarn. I will after this. Okay, so I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail before creating my slip knot. And I'm going to attach it in the chain 3, the very last stitch of your row here. You're going to insert your hook on the top of that chain 3, pull up a loop, then you'll yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops. That's how you do a single crochet attachment. So you're going to single crochet in that first double crochet there, and then you're going to chain 3, and then you'll be single crocheting in that chain 2 space of our marshmallow stitch, and then again you'll chain 3, and you'll repeat that for each marshmallow stitch. You'll put a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and then chain 3 and single crochet in the front post double crochet here. So remember, we have our 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then we did our front post. So on that front post there, you're going to put a single crochet, and then you'll chain 3 and single crochet in this center area here in between. You'll put a single crochet, then chain 3, and you'll put a single crochet in the V-stitch, and then chain 3. Again, you'll be using that space between your 4 triple crochets here. You'll go into that space in between your 2 triple crochets to put a single crochet. Then you're always going to be chaining 3. You'll move over. You're going to find that front post double crochet, and you'll put a single crochet in that, and then you'll chain 3, and you're going to be using the chain 2 of your marshmallow stitches again. Chain 3, single crochet in that chain 2, chain 3, then single crochet in that chain 2 of your last marshmallow stitch. Again, you'll chain 3, and then you'll find that front post double crochet, and you'll put a single crochet in that front post double crochet in the top of the stitch. Then again, you'll come to your 4 triple crochets again, and you want to use that space in between the 2 middle triple crochets. But first, don't forget, you want to chain 3 times, then single crochet there. Then again, chain 3, then single crochet in the V-stitch again. Chain 3, using that space between your 4 V-stitches, you'll put a single crochet. Chain 3, find that front post, double crochet, and single crochet. So you're just going to continue that pattern till you get to the end, which I haven't cut my tail here, so because this is tutorial. So I'm going to find in this very last ending double crochet, that's where you want to end, by putting your last single crochet there. Then we're going to be turning and working on the side. Let me get to that part here. Single crochet on the big chain 2 space. Okay, so you want to chain 3, and then you want to find these big spaces that are in between. So not this space that's behind the marshmallow stitch here, but you'll have these big spaces in between. You'll have one at the end, and then you can continue on finding them down the row. These are the only ones you're going to be using, just these big chain 2 spaces on the end. And you want to be chaining 4 this row. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to chain 4, find that first chain 2 space and single crochet. Then again, chain 4, find that next chain 2 space and single crochet. And you'll continue this all the way down to your very last space. And then when you get to the end, it'll be like the top. We'll be doing only chains of 3. And we'll be using the V-stitches. So this is the V-stitches underneath the marshmallow stitches here, and you're going to be using those spaces to put your single crochet. So find that first one, put a single crochet, chain 3, find your next one here, single crochet, chain 3, and then your next one, single crochet, chain 3, Hold on, I'm reading the pattern here. Okay, again, we're going to be using these spaces in between the triple crochets here. So go ahead and do a single crochet there, chain 3. Then in the V-stitch, in between the triple crochets, then chain 3. Again, you're using the space in between the 4 triple crochets, then chain 3, and then it'll bring us back here to our 3 V-stitches that are under our marshmallows. So chain 3 and single crochet in that space. And then it'll bring us back up to our middle triple crochet space that we use. Chain 3. Then in the V-stitch that's in between the 2 triple crochet areas, then chain 3, use the space in between the 4 triple crochets and chain 3, and then single crochet in the bottom of the V-stitches here. Okay, let me go along the side. Okay, so single crochet on the big chain 2 space here. So it's going to be like the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and single crochet in this very last stitch of the row. And then, because I don't know if you saw it was on camera, the very end of the row, I'm going to go ahead and put a single crochet into that. And then again, we'll be working along the side, so we're going to be doing chains of 4 this time. So chain 4, and then this very first space here on this side, I forgot, it's a the side stitches are backwards going this way because last time we came from this direction. Now we're actually coming where the space starts here. So I'm going to go ahead and just, instead of single crocheting in that very end space here, I'm just going to go into this side stitch from the side. So it'll be a chain 3, single crochet, and then I'll do a chain 4. Oh, this yarn is so old, I need to get rid of it. So then I'll do a chain 4 and find my next big space, which is here, to move on over and do a single crochet in that. Chain 4, then go into the next, and you'll continue that down all the way. The very last, when you're about to connect, you'll be connecting by slip stitching, so you don't really need to chain 4 on this very last area, because when you slip stitch, that'll create your 4th chain. So you want to chain 3 on the very last area, and then you'll slip stitch in the single crochet, your very beginning single crochet. You'll slip stitch in that to end your row, and then that'll be the first round 1 of your border. Now for round 2, you'll chain 1, and you're going to single crochet in that same beginning stitch. Let me get a little closer here. Looks like my light's fading a bit. Okay, you want to double crochet in this chain 3 space here. It says double crochet 3 in the chain space, and then single crochet in the single crochet. Do that all along the top. So because these are chains of 3, we'll put 3 double crochets, and along the side where we have chain 4, you'll be putting 4 double crochets in that chain 4 space. So because we did chain 3s on the top and chain 3s on the bottom 2 will have 3 double crochets worked, and then single crochet in the single crochet. 3 double crochets, then single crochet in your single crochet. So you'll want to yarn over, and in your very first chain of 3, you'll put 3 double crochets in there, and then single crochet in your single crochet, and then just immediately yarn over and start doing your 3 double crochets worked on the chain 3. and then single crochet. So continue down your row doing that, putting 3 double crochets in your chain 3 and single crocheting in your single crochet, and then I'll show you what you do when you get to the very corner. Okay, just in my last 3 double crochets in my last chain 3 space, then I'm going to single crochet in the single crochet, and then next is the 4. So you're just going to turn it to the side, and now you're going to be switching to doing 4 double crochets in the chain 4 spaces. Remember, when it's a chain 4, do 4 double crochets, and when it's a chain 3, do 3 double crochets. So I'll do my 4 double crochets and then single crochet in the single crochet, and that's how you'll continue down your row, down your side, and then when you get to the end on this side, which I'm almost there because this is a very short row on this side. So this is my 4 double crochets here. So I do 4 double crochets along all the side, and then when I get up to the single crochet, put a single crochet in that single crochet. The next chain now is a chain of 3. So go ahead and turn your work again on this side. And now you'll be doing 3 double crochets in your chain 3s all along the bottom, and single crocheting in your single crochets. And you'll also continue to do that all the way into the end. You'll be ending after here. This is a, looks like it's a, yeah, because you did a slip stitch using the single crochet. So you'll do double crochet 4 in all these side places, and after you've done your last double crochet 4 here, you just slip stitch into the beginning single crochet, and then chain 1, cut your yarn, leaving a little bit of a tail so you can work in with the tapestry needle, and you will be completely done with your afghan. Well, that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please don't forget to like and share and comment down below and let me know. And if you always want to be notified whenever I release a new tutorial, you can go to my main YouTube page, and next to the subscribe button, click that little bell button, and then choose all notifications to always be notified whenever I release a new video. Also, I have 2 Facebook groups, one called Crochet Zone Public, which I and other designers will post their designs there. So if you're into seeing new designs, you can check out the links there. It's paid and free. And I also have a group called Crochet for the Masses, which is more of a private group. So if you just want to go and hang out, ask questions, things like that in crochet, be sure to check that out. Also, I have a group on Pinterest, which is just free crochet patterns, also posted there by the designers themselves. Free pattern links, so you can check that out. And I also have a newsletter where every time I release something new, I send it out in a news blast, so feel free to check that out as well. Also, if you like my channel and you'd like to support it, please consider being a patron. It really helps my channel out. Please think and consider about maybe donating once or twice on that. So that's it, guys. Thank you so very much for watching.